baking powder biscuits, and they turned out beautiful. They were that tall and golden brown, and oh, they smelled so good. And I put them right in front. The supper wasn't done. I said, okay, you guys, you can each have a biscuit already. And Pete was biting one, and Ray, they both started eating. Pete was biting one, and his jaws, like that, they locked up, and I thought, that's terrible. He doesn't even want to give me a little compliment. Finally I got him perfect, and now he is joking around like they're not good. And I was really mad, I remember. And Ray too. And Ray, he ran right to the garbage and spit it out. I was so mad at those guys. I said, I deserve a little, compliment or something. They said, you try it. I said, okay, I spit it out too. It tasted just like soap. I had taken baking soda instead of baking powder. 8 teaspoons of baking soda.
It locked you up right there.
I have never tried it since, so.
I swallowed mine.
He had it in his mouth for about an hour.
God, that was fun.
Okay, Donna?
Donna, I bet you couldn't think of one mean thing to say about it.
No conversing over there.
Yeah.
Oh, after 34 years, I'm not sure where I can tell a lot on all of you. One thing I've learned all these years is if you don't hunt, you might as well give it up. But I have to tell you a good one on him. I was hunting with my dad and stuff I was the bird dog at that age, but my dad and I started to go hunting, and every year we'd go deer hunting, and he would tell me how to do this and that, show me how to track and to do this and that. Always hunted with all guys. Well, after about 10 years, I finally figured out I could track my own and do my own thing. Well, the guys pretty well protected me, because he'd get mad at me and chew me out and tell me, you just aren't doing this right and all this. Well, I tracked my own deer back and sat down on the bank because it's gone down on the riverbank, and I was sitting there minding my own business, and I could hear somebody just coming tromping through the woods. You could hear him mumbling all the way in. God damn it, what the hell do you think you're doing? I just tracked my deer back here, and it's down below the bank. Blah, 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 blah. Guy's coming up. It pissed him off because he taught me so good. Then I could do my own thing.
I didn't have nothing left to do. Did she dress?
You trained her well.
I can.
No, I didn't think so. She just brought me along to just drive the deer
Well,
out.
if you think that's so funny, I can tell you what. I have been a gagger for 100 years here. And I gag and gag and gag. My nose is very sensitive. If it smells, I'm going to gag. Yeah. Okay. I have listened to this crap all these years. They've laughed at me. They get me in the pickup and they fart, and then I
Who gagged this morning in the bowl? I gagged.
You caused me to gag. You!
Anyway, to continue on. We were out deer hunting, and these guys come up on a deer that had been hit before, and it was laying there, and they said, oh, it's all right, the meat's good. And I'm cleared out of probably a mile down the road. And I could hear somebody off in the distance just gagging awful. And I'm...
To be truthful, I sounded like a beagle hound.
And he finally apologized to me after all these years. He knew what I went through now.
I have a gag story to tell on Brother Chuck. First time I met Brother Chuck, they're all so good to me. He took me in the station wagon to get pizza. And this station wagon only had the automatic locks, and they only worked on his side. And he says to me, Chris, if you're going to marry my brother, you got to pass a test. I said, well, I've lived through this much, let me have it. And he did. He farted. The fart from hell. And I tried to open that. I tried to crawl out the door, the muffler. Never in my life have I smelled anything like that. And that is the last time I went anywhere with Chuck.
You know, I can't believe that after 43 years listening to all these stories,
Shelter's license plate. Look at the darling halo around my husband.
Diva's got her dick, but Pat's got her penis.
I can think of a funny story. Mark was the first one to get married, and we were at a wedding in Chicago. And what was the month you got married? October. October, okay. But we went out for our first New Year's Eve in 63rd Street, Chicago. And of course, I was only, 17 years old, and they wanted someplace to go to drink. So we started to drink, and we wanted to know where Margie was. In the meantime, I better go find out where Margie was. So I went in the bathroom, and I thought, oh my gosh, she can't talk. She had her head in the toilet, okay? And they had to go in there, the women's bathroom, to get poor Marge and bring her home. And we ended up going back to Chicago from 63rd Street on a streetcar. And let me tell you, we had our heads hanging out. That was one of our experiences. But Peter and I was the second ones being married in the family. And we have seen all the brothers and sisters getting married. And we had wonderful experiences like, when Gertie had her children in Chicago. We used to babysit for Irene and Penny. In fact, we went over to visit Irene. Irene was the first. Yeah, and knocked on the door because we were going to babysit for her. And here, Gertie answered the door, and she was going to have Penny. And we said, well, where's the baby? She says, she had the baby, and the baby was in the drawer, and she had it all by herself. It's your sister girl. And that was the beginning of my getting into this family. And I said that every year there was a new adventure, and every year it got more exciting. We talk about farts. Okay? His brothers used to come to Chicago, and Peter was going to stay with them. And I had my little David, And I mean, Raymond taught him how to go up to different people and lift up their legs. And my David thought that was the greatest thing. Lift up your leg and just cut it. It's a good thing he was paying room and board because I would have kicked his rear end out. But anyway, I think it's a good family. And he's a better storyteller than I am.
I gotta tell you one more thing.
Okay.
Talking about farts.
Okay.
This is
all day thing coming from my brother.
This is about Dick Fritz, Gert, and Ted and I. We went on a fishing trip, I believe. It was an excursion to go trout fishing.
Oh, yeah.
We took nothing but fishing poles. I'm not even sure we had those.
Yeah, we definitely.
But we went up to way back up in the Blue Hills or someplace to go trout fishing, and I didn't really want to go, but we went. And we stopped in I'm Alone, and Gert and I decided that this fishing thing wasn't sounding too promising, and we didn't take any food. We were going to stay overnight.
We were going to live off the land.
Yes, that's what they told us. Anyway, while they were out buying beer, her and I went to the back in this little store, and we bought lunch meat, instant coffee, and what did we get? What else did we get? Some candy bars or whatever. So then we go up to the Ranger's cabin. Great big cabin with these beds that probably hold 6 or 8 people. Well, Dick and Ida were on the top bunk, and we were on the bottom bunk, and there was mice running around the rafters. I mean, they were just all over. Pretty soon, upstairs let one. Anyway, the mice just kind of slowly died down. And then pretty soon he ripped one.
And that was the time that we drank our breakfast coffee out of beer bottles. Because we had no cook.
I got a little quick one there. One involves Marge and Dale and Kathy and Bernie. And Marge and Dale had gotten married, and Marge decided she was going to cook us all Sunday dinner. So she cooked this big old chicken. Dinner's at 12 o'clock. Now 1 o'clock. And Ma was there. And she cooked that chicken. Dinner's at 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we're all sitting around growling. Our stomachs are growling. Marge's still cooking this damn chicken. Dale?
The stove was not.
No. Dale goes over there and he sticks it with the fork to see if it was done, and the fork bent. He said they didn't kill this son of a bitch, it died of old age. Next story about Dale. Dale and I go hunting.
Oh, this is great.
And we didn't shoot nothing. I ain't gonna tell them about the one-legged pheasant and badger, no. Anyway, we're headed back down 27. And I said, we got to bring some meat home. That's what warriors do. Savage, beast warriors. Bring meat home. So I let Dale drive, and I had the 30-30 here, and boy, this deer walked across the road in front of me, and I said, she stopped, turned around, and walked back like a shooting gallery, back across the front. So I said to Dale, I said, when she hits the ditch, she's dead. I leaned out the window and pulled the trigger, and being the careful sportsman I am, I forgot to put a round in the chamber. That went click, and the deer jumped in the woods. Well, I said a few dirty words. So I was mad. I said, okay, that's it. You take the gun, and I'll drive. Oh, okay. We didn't see nothing. And we're headed down the road. Said, well, we hit Highway 12. This is a big highway now. We might get busted for carrying a loaded gun. Said, you better empty the rifle, Dale. He said, okay. And he levered out. He said, how many shells you got in there? I said, 3, and he levered them out and handed them to me. Put the gun between his legs and pulled the trigger. Oh, boom! Fire and dust and dirt.
Fire shit out there.
And then the car went plunk over the
front tire.
They said he shot the carburetor off the car.
Right to the floor, right to the carburetor, right to the front tire.
My brother-in-law.
Vicky out there dancing. Mary had to go to the bathroom. She went into the bathroom. Of course, when she came out, Ted grabbed her right away as they were dancing away. Here, her skirt was tucked up in tucked up in her pants. She didn't know it. And somebody told her? Yeah, after they got dancing. Now that I was 12 years old when I went to spend the summer, I was going to spend the summer, and I think it ended up being 3 weeks with Grandma. And after you spend a few days with someone, you know, you don't see just the niceties, you see everything else going on. So after about a week or so, and we all know how Grandpa got, everything was Grandma's fault. And I said to her, you know, why do you stay with him? He is so mean to you. He says all these things. And she says, well, you know, we got married, and that's what you have to do. You have to stick to it. And she said, a long time ago, I learned that how you're treated in this life is how you will be treated in the next life. She says, so after I die and I go to heaven, I'm going to ask Ted, where are my goddamn keys? Don't lie. What's she doing?
You got your purchase? Yeah. You can put the camera on. Oh.
Dale, you gotta step to the side a little bit that way.
Me?
Dale. You're not all named Dale. Dale.
What's Jim going to say about you?
Oh. Yeah? You've been, I've been married.
6, huh? Wasn't that 6 years ago?
5?
What's the most exciting?
It seems like yesterday that we got married, and it's been a good life. He was a little perturbed when I became a construction worker. I worked with 12 years construction. And I think he got jealous at me for making superintendent. I became superintendent out there on the job, making the new Saturday. And he was too also, but he didn't like the idea of his wife working on the same job with him. The guy's kind of, you got her the job, and he's, I didn't get her the job, but no. He's going to be retired, and
You got it all figured out?
I think I do.
he had me quit because he couldn't see me working, and that I come home pretty dirty and he's tired. But anyway, we're retired and we're having a good time.
And he thinks this is Wonder Woman. There's nothing she can't do.
She probably is.
He's just spent the last 5 months in the hospital with lung cancer, and they said they got it off. They got the whole lung anyway. I mean, whole one side. And they almost got him too, but he's a fighter.
Good.
That's the old me, $10. Old Charlene $10 and Jimmy John $5. $5, I guess. And he said he couldn't die until he paid his debts.
Okay, the guys are supposed to talk for a minute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you guys. You got to tell a story about
You gonna plug your ears?
I know the one you tell about it. Time you got drunk.
There ain't a man alive that would dare tell a true story about him.
No, the husband's actually telling stories now. The husband.
Yeah, the husband.
Plug the ears first.
Well, Marge and I have been married since 1950, if you can believe that.
Oh.
And this is 1994.
Great.
We've been married a long time. She's the greatest wife anybody could ever want. She's a great mother. She's a great cook. She's just a wonderful person.
Boy, is that going to cost you, baby. And now I want a new camper.
And I'll tell you a little story about her that Marge never drinks. She'll take one or two drinks and that's all for her because she starts getting weird, But anyway, one night we were out with some friends, and for some reason or other she drank more than she should have. And she acted pretty good till we got home. And we were living in Anaheim, California, and we had a big swimming pool out in the back of the house. Big, huge house. And we went to bed, and the back door of our bedroom led out to the swimming pool. So we went to bed, and I'd had a few drinks, so I went right to sleep. I woke up, and no Marge. Where the hell could she be? I was pretty concerned because, she'd had a few drinks. Looked all through the house and couldn't find her. So I opened the back door, and here she was, in the moonlight, laying on the diving board, stark naked. She said, I just had to have some air.
Well, you know how those people are in California.
What did I hear about her greeting some new neighbors by the way?
Oh my God. No, that was terrible.
How about the chicken ride in Chicago on the beach?
Yeah, we heard about that.
I'll tell you a better one. We were meeting our neighbors in Anaheim there, and they were an older couple, Bert and John. And they had told us, the neighbors told us, oh, they're great people. You're so lucky to move next to them, okay? And I had to work that day, and Dale was home. And so when I came home, he said, "Oh, honey, we're supposed to go over and meet Bert and John tonight." I said, "I'm tired. I don't have any clean clothes. I got to go grocery shopping." He said, "Don't worry, honey. You do the washing. I'll go do the grocery shopping. And then you can lay down and rest while the washing's going, and then, you know, you can get dressed." And so he headed out for the store, and I went in to take a shower. Well, first I started the washing machine. We had just moved in. And so I'm in the shower, and I hear this water running. What in the world could that be? So I threw on this little short terry cloth house robe, and with a towel around my hair, and I run out through the living room into the kitchen. I hit that kitchen, and I just slipped and fell and flew. There's that much water on my kitchen floor. Well, they had put the wash machine in the dryer in the washroom, but they had not put the drain hoses in. Okay. So I opened up the side door, and I'm sweeping the water out of the thing there, you know. But the water kept running because the washer was on. I tried to unplug it, and I couldn't. So I boosted myself up on the washer and dryer, and I'm trying to move the dryer so I could get the plug out, and I caught my boob between the washer and the dryer. And there I am, and I don't know what to do. My butt's hanging out, and the neighbor comes up and he says, "Do you need any help?" So we had to, I said no, and I kicked the door shut down. So then I had to get dressed and go over there and meet them. And he introduced me to Bert and then to John. And John winked at me and he says, "We've met." Then I have to tell you one on Dale. He told a nasty one on me. He went out grocery shopping at night, and I was home, and I guess, I don't know why it was evening, but it was about 8:30 or 9 o'clock when he came back. He had a bunch of groceries. Well,
Night was coming.
yeah, night was coming in. While he was gone, I was in the house all by myself, and I had the big German Shepherd started barking out on the patio and jumping up like there's somebody on the roof. Well, I heard this walking on the roof, footsteps, and my heart started pounding, and I got scared, and I called the dog in the house because he was just having a fit. And I thought, now what am I going to do? You know, so I put the leash on the dog, collar on, the leash on. I went to the drawer and I got a butcher knife. I locked all the doors and everything, and I locked myself in the bathroom. And I thought to myself, well, now that's stupid, because if he breaks a window and gets in the house, I'm locked in here, you know. So, and I didn't know what the dog would do. So I was going to go out to the neighbors. Well, just as I was going out the door with the dog and the butcher knife, Dale drives up. And I run out the car, honey, there's somebody up on the roof. And he had a couple of bags of groceries. He says, "Get the rest of those groceries." And he takes the groceries and walks in the house and shuts the door. Leaves me there with the groceries, the dog, and the butcher knife. That's what he did. Okay. Dick, it's your turn. How long we been married? He doesn't remember. You know what? It's the first year he remembered our anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When is it?
Do you remember?
The 7th of July, and he swears to God it was the 4th. I said, no, you just seems like it was.
No, I remembered it all the other times. I just didn't give a damn.
Okay, I get the blankets tonight. We've been married a long time, since 1956. And it's been very fun. Really enjoyable. Yeah, well, he won't open his mouth.
She talks for me all the time anyway. This is the way we do it.